It's a frustrating time. This is getting pretty intense. Hello and welcome to a place I've never recorded from before. My couch. Hooray for having a ring light. I'm so professional. So, I'm nearing the end of this pregancy. It's just not fun to pronounce things correctly. And I thought I would talk a bit about my prenatal experience in Sverige. It's really interesting because I'm in some groups on Facebook and I hear a lot of American perspectives, and it's like, wow, they have so many tests, they have so many cervical checks and swabs and invasive stuff happening, and like I have had multiple appointments, but I pee on a stick, well, in a cup, and then put a stick in a cup, and if the colors are fine, which they always have been, then it's fine, and I weigh myself and we listen to the heartbeat, and I lay down and she's like, oh yes, the butt is here and the head is here, and I'm like, cool. And I've had 3 ultrasounds. 2 of them were, oh, my battery's running low. Fantastic. Now I'm slightly to the right of my couch. And I have a cat. I have a cat. Come here. Come here, cat. I like you. I like you. Where was I? So I need to plug in the light. Crap on a cracker. Parfait. So, since I lost my train of thought before, I will say what I left out. I had 3 ultrasounds. Before, it was just normal to get 1 ultrasound around 20 weeks, but thankfully I was able to get 1 done earlier, and I think they're going to be making that more normal. And the 3rd one was just a real quick one to check and see if baby's head was in the right downward position. And I had some vials of blood taken to do a bunch of checks. I'm very scientific and thorough in presenting cold hard information. And I've had my finger pricked a few times to check blood, whatever they do there. But really, the Swedish approach is not that a pregnant person is sick, but that the body knows what it's supposed to do and just leave it alone and just check for basic things and go with the flow. So there were 2 Zoom classes that we got to learn from, and I'm going to go ahead and look at the notes. It was talking into the scientific terms of what happens during labor, the names of the different phases, and the role of the partner helping. So this one was the more technical side, and then the class that we had today was like actual role playing, like breathing through pain and different positions to be in, to help. And it also talked about the different kinds of pain methods that'll be available. So a thing that I was really kind of surprised about this whole process in the Swedish position on labor is that it's very much creating as relaxing of a experience as possible. That my relaxation is so important, and like calming music, just breathing, and not like deep drawn, but just literally remembering to breathe normally. Hello, how's it going? My breasticle. So the focus is to focus on each contraction at a time, that there's going to be a time of building up to it, a time of it actually happening, and then a rest. And to take that rest and sigh through it and then just completely let that go and accept the next one as it comes. Because, and like, different parts of the body being stressed leads to stress in other parts of the body. We're all connected. And one thing they were saying was that this isn't just true about labor, this is true about life. So yeah. And another thing that was interesting was that a lower register of going through the pain, not making this my cat looked at me like, lowering the register and having lower, deeper sounds is supposed to help, is going to help with the pain. And also saying yes, not no, just accepting it. And it's like it feels like it's kind of like a culmination of so many things I've learned over these past few years about mindset and thinking. Is, yeah, you live in the moment, you accept it as it comes, you don't fight it, you listen to your emotions about it, you don't push back the negative emotions, you give them their space, but then you replace it with a positive one, like, I'm feeling no, but yes, this is supposed to be the way this is right now. I wrote, acknowledge negative feelings, refute them with positive. Don't be afraid of being afraid. And remember that all of this is to meet the baby. And I'd be really happy if it would be like literally any day now. My belly button is weird. This weight is weird. Acid reflux. So, do you have any advice for me about dealing with pain and mindset and all of that stuff? If you want to share anything about your birth story, or if you have one, or just your experiences of dealing with intense pain, I'd be really interested to hear them. I'm a little scared, I'm not gonna lie. This is all new. All these weeks of just getting bigger and bigger and more uncomfortable were so different 6 years ago. Talked a little bit about that in my last vloggy type video. This is a weird time. I'm trying to do stuff and it's not working very well. This is probably a good place to insert this clip that I recorded yesterday, just to give a little example of how well I'm doing. It's a frustrating time to want to plan things, but to not know what I can plan. And then I made the mistake of planning something and then sleeping through it because I needed a nap and I did not look at my planner to see if I might have something I should be doing. I really don't want to feel like I have to do something. I want to feel like I should just do what I feel like doing, which is resting. But I get bored. Thanks for hanging out. Hugs and nostrils of death. You can't reach the phone to turn it off.
This is pretty much the
best
video ever made.